Leading off our coverage is California Democratic Senator Adam Schiff. Senator Schiff, thank you for joining us. What is your read on what the moral of the story is here for Democrats? You've got some moderates winning in 2 states, and then you have a Democratic Socialist winning in New York City. What are Democrats to take away from that?
Well, first of all, great night for Democrats, east, west, north, south. And it's been a long time since I've been able to say that. But I think it's a couple things. I think, first and foremost, in the races involving candidates, we had good, strong, charismatic candidates who were challenging the status quo. And that makes a real difference. They were running positive campaigns based on an agenda of change that was designed to focus on bringing down costs, making sure we preserved health care, meeting the needs of their constituents, improving the economy. So they had a powerful, positive message. But it was also a referendum on Donald Trump. In California, for example, where there was no candidate on the ballot, it was simple proposition, that is, the redistricting measure in California. That was a clear repudiation of Donald Trump and his efforts to essentially try to lock in a deeply unpopular majority. So varying candidates, different political philosophies, all agents of change, offering something very positive, and at the same time, a rejection of Donald Trump, a rejection of the Republican regressive policies.
Speaking of Prop 50 in California, CNN is projecting that that proposition will pass, as you said. But voters also said in our exit poll that they prefer a nonpartisan commission to draw these district lines. So, I mean, would you support moving back to that process if other states disarm and stop redistricting efforts?
Oh, absolutely. And I think what Californians are saying is, look, our commission was popular. We supported having an independent commission draw the lines, but we're not going to unilaterally disarm. And in particular, if the president and Republicans try to do this rare mid-decade redistricting so that they can lock in their deeply unpopular majority, we're going to fight back. They poked the bear and the bear fought back. But what I hope comes out of this at the end of the day is a national redistricting reform that outlaws a gerrymander in every state. That's legislation that I've supported for years. Republicans have opposed for years. But maybe this is the impetus we all need to get that done. But I think Californians understood very much how our democracy was at risk through these partisan maneuvers by the president in Texas. And they weren't going to put up with it. And just seeing the kind of energy, the turnout in California, in New York, and elsewhere, there is a lot of energy. A lot of that is positive energy, and a lot of that is pushing back against Donald Trump and all the steps he's taken to diminish our democracy.
So we are now officially in the 36th day of this government shutdown. The election is over. But the Congress is still not working, Democrats and Republicans still not talking. At this point, I mean, now there's a Democratic governor in Virginia where a lot of people are being hurt by this shutdown. Are you comfortable continuing to hold out on reopening the government for even longer than this point? Do you think that that is the right strategy for Democrats if Republicans don't commit to changes on the ACA subsidies?
I think Democrats need to keep fighting to preserve access to health care. And right now, millions are about to be separated from their health care because they can't afford their policies, thanks to what Donald Trump and the Republicans have done. Those notices are going out. People are checking online to see what they're going to have to pay. For a great many millions of Americans, they're going to have to pay double. That's unsustainable. So I think Democrats need to continue to fight for health care and make sure that those costs are brought down. The president campaigned on bringing down costs. They've done nothing but skyrocket. The president on his social media tonight acknowledged that the shutdown is part of the reason Republicans are losing. And it makes sense. They're controlling everything. They control the White House, the House, the Senate. They've been unwilling to negotiate with Democrats. And so I think we need to hold firm, demand changes that make healthcare affordable for people. I want to see the government reopen, but I also want to see people be able to afford their insurance. And it shouldn't be too much to ask in the wealthiest country in the world that we be able to do both, that we have both a functioning government but also that we have accessible health care for people.
All right, Senator Adam Schiff, thank you very much for joining us this late hour here on the East Coast. We appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.